No. There we go. Pop. And now I can see chat. Okay, let's see if anybody shows up. It might just be me today, which is fine. We're gonna continue. I've got to turn my volume down. There we go. Now I can hear myself think. Okay. So we need to up some skills. We're registered for classes. We've got today and then 1, 2, 3, 4 more days. Well, 3 more days, I guess, because that is the first day of college. So we've got a few days before start of summer semester. So let's boost some stuff. Okay, Bigglesworth Adventure. We need Escape Artistry or Stealth, and Leaping or Grace. So let's work on that. Oop. Let's see. Grace and Leaping are both in Athletics. There's Escape Artistry. I have 1. And Stealth is 2. So it's probably better to go Stealth. And then we'll do Leaping and Grace. Alright. Oh, and what's our stress at? Stress. Where's my stress? Stress! Stress is 17. We should be good. Let's see. Yeah, we can use that, actually. Yay! Stress is now down to 2. Okay. No, we don't need Dream of Family inspirations. How about... Nope. Perception and deduction, Moxie and problem solving with a bonus. How about... Ooh, Grace and Leaping! Yes! Let's get some Grace and Leaping there. That'll help a bunch. More Grace and Leaping. And then let's work on that Stealth. Oh, maybe it's gonna be... Brooklyn! There we go. Okay. General. Let's see. We definitely want that one. This is... Yeah, we're okay without some of these. Let's see. Discard that one. We'll keep the fisticuffs and strength. General listen patience. General and relationship type. Okay, sleeping. Awareness. Maybe. Oh, it's a +5 though. Yeah, we've got 2 of it. Alright. There we go. And Deception Poker. Alright, let's try for some Bigglesworth. Oh, I need to stop right-clicking. I've been playing Baldur's Gate all day. You are what? I'm going to be your chaperone until further notice. You finally get to see Bigglesworth! This is Bigglesworth, the butler. I'm not going anywhere that needs a butler chaperone. I'm just writing reports and essays and such. And he's stuck following you. I know where I'd like to put those instructions. Aunt Evelyn, how long is she going to think I'm still in pinafores? And I guess they are, Bigglesworth. Lamentable, I know. But if I'm only just staying home today, exactly what do you need to chaperone? I believe your aunt is concerned that you might elope with a jockey. And my hair is wrapped around my microphone and poking me in the eye. There we go. Yeah, we're going to elope with a jockey. The society pages would have us believe it's becoming something of an alarming trend. I promise I have no jockey eloping plans. Then the rather formidable jockey swatting stick your aunt gave me shall remain unused. Would you like some tea? Ahaha, your drink, Miss Sadie. Oh no, I clicked the wrong thing and it made me more stressed. Okay, thanks, Bigglesworth. It's nice you're always around to take my every order, but I really can't concentrate this way. Yep, hovering is distracting. Uh-huh. Why, Aunt Evelyn, why? Have I worried you that much with my adventures? Shall I fetch you another item? Oh, Bigglesworth, Bigglesworth, there's a huge smudge on the window. That... Okay, then. There he is! Okay, let's see. Stealth. Where are my stealth ones? Stealth, stealth, stealth! And... Oh, come on, I only got one stealth. Let's see. Yep, I did only get one stealth. Oh well. Bink. Bink. Keeping grace and leaping, though. Bink. Bink. And a bink. There we go. Stealth! And that's how you actually succeed at a challenge. Use up lots of random things. Okay. Or usually just increase it as much as possible, and then you can buff the stat with all the cards. Yeah. Freedom! Or as much as a dark enclosed closet can provide. No! He found us! Ooh, under the bed in the guest room. Yeah! Yay! Contemporary doomsday cults. Yeah, that would make for an exciting paper. I wish my homework was that cool. I only got exciting assignments once in a while. Yay! 2 more to go. Oh no. 2 hours just to write one short essay. If I put more value on being quiet like this, I'll be working late into the night. If I work fast, the typewriter will be louder and Bigglesworth will find me in no time. I need to leave. We're going to escape. We're going to escape! Let's see. Ah! He found me. Bigglesworth, how long were you there? Quite some time. The noise of your typewriter may have obscured the sound of my arrival. So much for low-hanging sheets being soundproofing material. Oh. Next paper is Mary of Scots and the Spanish Armada. Going out the window! No! Alright. Let's see. Ooh, 5 leaping or... 8? Wait. That puts me at 8 grace. Oh, because grace is an athletics type, so it's a +3, and the general +1. And, okay, that's how we do this. There we go. Boom. That's how we do it. Yay! Paper snatch successful! Onward! Oh dear, I missed one. There's so many. That's it. That's the Bigglesworth adventure. For now. For now. Now I have to rest. And it's not going to show me which... Where's the next segment of the Bigglesworth adventure? There we go. Central Park! So, we need self-knowledge or patience, empathy or hope, leaping or perception, and problem-solving or perception. So definitely lots of perception. And then self-knowledge, patience, empathy, or hope. Self-knowledge, patience, empathy, hope. Let's see. Self-knowledge and empathy are relationship type ones. Any relationship type is, so self-knowledge and empathy are both relationship. And then it was perception, right? I think it was perception, but I'll double check. But first, lots of empathy and self-knowledge. Yes, I am overly excited. That's leaping and hope. That doesn't help me much. Okay. Whoop, whoop. Empathy or hope, yeah. Self-knowledge and hope. Or self-knowledge and empathy, because they're both relationship types. Let's see. None of those. Let's see. Repair. Repair is handy. That will come in so much handy later. Knowledge, wits, diplomacy. No, I need relationship. Relationship. Stress inspirations, maybe. Poker and fisticuffs, problem solving and occult lore. Language, listen, and awareness. Ooh, self-knowledge. 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 Self-knowledge! Sorry, Lady Warplesden, I'd love to meet your nephew, but I'm afraid I just had some bad haddock. Well then. And it's the first day of school! Welcome to summer school, y'all. Summer semester at NYU. Late again. Why'd I have to watch that matinee? I can't believe I'm gonna miss the first day of summer classes. Auntie's gonna kill me! And boom, right into one of the love interests. Throws his portfolio and papers everywhere. Watch where you're... Oh, wait. You're the guy I saw on my way to the Savoy the other day. Yeah, we met him. He said something... He noticed us almost forget to pay the cabbie. Not to mention, you're a lot younger than I thought. Yes, now I remember. You were that young lady with the rather put-upon friend, weren't you? I'll have you know that Anna is only put upon when she wants to be. You must be new. Take it from a professional that you'll learn a lot more when you keep your eyes open. Maybe you should get your prescription checked. You ran into me. Well, the least you could do is help me pick up my things. Yes, we are going to. My, somebody's a big reader. Gathering up his papers. Field archaeology, huh? Those are private notes. Please keep them in order. Ooh, on ancient I can read. Ancient Peruvian burial vases. How did you like it? Well, it's Henry and Morgana Keating's work. That basically makes it brilliant by definition. Oh, those are Sadie's parents! Oh, he thinks my parents are cool. Well, yeah, but I always thought this one lost something when it was translated from the Spanish. It was actually written for a Peruvian audience, you know? It just seems a little flat in English, I've always thought. At the risk of being indelicate, are you sure you understand it? The Keatings weren't writing for the nightclub set, after all. Why? Because it's notoriously hard to read? Because it's groundbreaking and revolutionized archaeological history by proposing new, less invasive methods of investigating burial sites? I was thinking specifically of the notoriously hard to read part, yes. Well, here's your papers. You better leave before you're late to class. I heard some of the professors lock the doors behind them. That's just a legend to scare freshmen. What class are you going to? Professor Hemsworth. Speaking. You mean you're... Yes, shall I escort you, Miss Keating? As in Henry and Morgana. Yes! Oh, the awkward. Oh, the awkward. He's a fanboy of her parents, and she's like, wait, you're the professor? How? Yeah, he really doesn't look that old. He is taller than her, though, I've noticed. There's a height difference here that isn't there with all of them. Hey! And he talks at 60 miles an hour, and most of the kids have trouble keeping up with the notes, but Sadie is halfway impressed. He loves his subject, and he's not afraid to take questions, and he's not mean about it either. Those are the cool teachers. Flies by for Sadie, but not the other kids. And he stops before she leaves. Can't help but feel like we got off on the wrong foot here. And how? I thought you were just some kid! Well, I'm not quite an esteemed professor, per se. I'm still a graduate student. This is my first class. How'd I do? Compared to what you expected. Oh, compared to what I expected, very well. But, there's a but. There's a but. Please, I'm 5 years older than you tops. Call me Nigel. Yep, you can romance your teacher. But he's not that much older, so it's fine. He's like, what, maybe 23? Okay, Nigel. And I'm just saying this because I think everyone else is a little afraid of you. That's the old school of thinking. I want to be friends with my students. I want to know what they think about my teaching style and what we cover. I don't want anyone to be afraid of me. Don't worry, I'm definitely not scared of you, Professor. No, no, no. Nigel. Anyway, the other students and I were thinking, don't you think that... I do think. Yeah, it is in the consensus student opinion that maybe 14 books is a little too much reading for a field class. I read all of these books in my freshman year. I read Chaikin 3 times. You probably weren't traveling around the world at the same time on archaeological digs. No, but I was tutoring 4 to 6 hours a day on top of my coursework. It's doable. Heating or not, you're doing the reading, and there will be a quiz every 2 weeks, regardless of location or manner of travel. Yes! That was funny. Okay. So that was day 1 of class. Self-knowledge inspirations. Now, just kidding. That was the only thing we're doing in the afternoon. And the day is more hectic, and we're now running across the campus, racing to be on time for our third run-in with Professor Hemsworth. Only the second lecture of the summer, and I'm already coming in late. What will the professor think? And again, I was in the library reading up on his latest research. I'm sure he can't fault me for being a motivated student, and really, it's also interesting. I just couldn't help myself. No! This is my favorite character, guys. She runs headlong into a blonde who's carrying 40 or 50 pounds of boxed equipment is not that bad, actually. I can't lift that. But that I used to actually have to lift that much on the regular because I worked in inventory. I received very, very large shipments of merchandise. Yeah, that was not a good time. Do not lift 40 or 50 pounds of boxed equipment on your own, please. Once it hits 50, never carry it by yourself. And of course he doesn't. Oh, he looks her right in the eye. Excuse me, miss. I'm sorry about... Oh, he's taller too, but only by a little bit. Look at how cute he is! Sadie? Do I know this man? He does seem very familiar somehow. I swear he looked just like... No, it can't be. Felix? It is you! Oh, thank goodness for a moment there I thought it was just such a surprise to see... Felix, what are you doing here? I haven't seen you in years! I was just about to ask you the same thing. Never expected to run into an old friend. Literally, I suppose. This is our childhood friend! Felix hung out with Sadie and Anna all the time, and got in so much trouble with them. I'm a student here, archaeology. Yeah, it suits you. Really? Why do you say that? It's just that when we were kids, you were always into, all that old stuff. I can't believe you still remember that. It seems so long ago. Anyway, what are you studying here? Let me guess. Engineering. No. Sorry. I'm not a student. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to jump to conclusions. Assistant in the archaeology department. It's technically only a temporary position, but I'm hoping I'll be able to stay on longer if I do a good job. Oh, I thought you were working at that factory over in Albany. Yeah, about that. Yeah, I shouldn't push it. That's fine. I'm actually quite late for class, but how about you meet me for lunch at the cafeteria and we can do some catching up? That sounds great. I'm supposed to get this equipment over to the lab, and I'm sure I won't be making any good impressions if I make the professors wait. Oops, yeah, I'm running behind myself. Let's meet at our illustrious cafeteria, okay? It'll be just like old times. And she runs off and, he watches her leave. But you have to be here too. So cute. All this time, 4 years. So they were 14? 13, 14? Almost 5. Yep, 13. Aw. Yep, almost 5 years. Aw. What have you been up to since then? What brings you back to Manhattan? After the move, he started working at the factory because it's the 30s. It's 1930. Lots of young guys dropped out of school early to work because they were poor. It was the Depression. It was uh decently early in the Depression, if I remember correctly. I just looked it up recently when the Great Depression was. And this was not too far into the Great Depression. The Hoovervilles were popping up still. They had tent cities all over Park. Like Central Park, for example, had tons of people in shanties. And so, yeah, lots of shanty towns all over anywhere there was engineering or construction work or factory work in general. But then, yeah, people would then stuff started shutting down and people were out of work and yeah, it was bad. And Felix is a mechanic. He fixes all the things. Oh, yep, factory went bust a few months ago. I got work crop dusting for a while, believe it or not, but the fellow who taught me to fly actually lost the aeroplane to the banks, and, well, even with a license, there's not a lot of work for a pilot without a bird. He also flies. It's fine. It happens. Anyway, we decided to move back to Manhattan since we have some friends and family here. Figured it would be easier to get a job in the big city anyway. So how'd you find your way here? With times the way they are, it's almost impossible to find a factory job. But the archaeology department needed someone who could lift heavy things and drive a car. They actually seemed like really swell people. Mr. Hemsworth has been bending over backward to tell people who need odd jobs done about me. Add it all up, and I'm making almost as much now as Dad was as a floor manager at the plant. Yay, Felix! This is wonderful. That means we can see each other all the time! Yeah, it's great. Look at that blush! Is there something wrong with that? No, I don't mean it that way. It's just that when I saw you in the hall yesterday, I thought I was dreaming for a second. It was kind of a shock running into you again after all this time. He totally had a crush on her as a kid. What if I aged that much in 5 years? No, that's not what I meant. You look good. Oh, well, you too. You're certainly a lot taller than I remember, at least. Yeah, he shot up like 1.5 feet. I certainly hope so. I've only been working on it for 5 years. Same old Felix. See, it's gonna be fine. Soon we'll be arguing like kids and getting into all sorts of trouble. Especially if you're as stubborn now as you were back then. Ow. Oh, yep, she punched him in the shoulder. Let that be a lesson to you. Just because I'm older doesn't mean I've gone soft. Never a dull moment. So I need to meet Professor Hemsworth in 10 minutes. He says he has to tell me about my next assignment. Sorry, he's probably the nicest boss I've ever had. Aww. No, you definitely don't. Yeah, see you soon. You know where to find me, right? Your aunt's place. How could I forget? Especially after all those times I had to walk you back. Hey, you were the one who insisted on it, not me. Now go or you'll be late. Ah, it's been 5 years. Still the same Felix. I'm sure things will be back to the way they were in no time. Right? Right? No, they won't. Ooh, hey, where are we at? Oh, we're still on the first day. Cool. Dear diary, guess who I ran into? It's Felix! Ah, it'll be just like old times, right? Right? Oh, there we go. Yep, first day of college. I met a new professor today. He's not at all what I expected. He's only 5 years older than me. So yeah, he's like 23. Apparently he's a grad student and this is his first class. He might not know how many readings to assign, but he certainly knows his stuff. Yay! He even wants me to call him Nigel. Eep! It's weird not to call him Professor. And then I went and practiced my sex appeal. Yep. Oh, I got rid of my who I ran into thingy. That's weird that I don't know why it does that. I can't get it to go back. Oh well. I also hung out with Felix! Bestie in forever! There we go. Yeah, see, if I pop it up, there it is. But then if I click on today, it switches. That's weird. And I do not know. Okay. Oh, speaking of journal, how many days have I got? Oh, I've got, like, the rest of June and several days in July before we fly to Egypt! There we go. We can take the subway to visit Felix. We can expand problem solving and occult lore, poker, fisticuffs. Let's work on... Ooh, empathy and conscience and animal handling. Well, empathy for sure. Hello, Mop, my old friend. We meet again. Because I'm volunteering at the hospital. There we go. Oh, right, we don't want those ones at the moment. Well, no, problem solving is always a good skill to have. And occult lore is really good. Anna, wake up! We're going through the collection of Egyptian histories, and oh no, what are we missing? The professor needs a report on the forgotten artifacts of Egypt by tomorrow. I know I've seen a passage in one of these books about some kind of powerful talisman. These books are a double-edged sword. All these pages, but the information I need isn't anywhere. We've seen you before! The accent is King's English, his vowels dripping with the gentility of the moneyed boroughs of England. Shouldn't be, not for me at least. I've spent a lot of time here. Hardly seems fair. Any chance I could be of assistance? I can't do King's English properly. I can do a few accents. That is not... I'd have to listen to it for a minute first, and then I can mimic it. I need information on a specific mythological artifact from ancient Egypt. I've been looking for it for it feels like an eternity without... the book he has. Ha! That expression can only mean one thing. My skills as a researcher do measure up. Take it. Yay! And she catches it. Don't get greedy. I need it when you're done. Ah, this is exactly what I need. Here, this passage about an ancient key of life that tipped the balance of power hidden away by a lost king. Yay! Thank you. What was your name again? Call me Roland. Pleasure's all mine, Scheherezade. Wait. He knows her full name. Oh, your parents are rather famous where I work, which means you are too. Well, if you're finished with the book, I should go. Cheers, then. Oh, goodbye? Have I seen him before? Yes, you have. He was the one rummaging through your dad's library. So now we know Roland is proper British. And he is... Wherever he works, the Keatings are very famous. So they're into archaeology. Wherever he works. Yeah, ask around tomorrow. All right, let's take a peek at where our skills are at. Strength is at 1. Dodge, awareness, escape artistry. Okay. Problem solving, language, cryptography. Problem solving's coming along okay. Need lots more wits. Oh, look at that. Self-knowledge, 15. Boom. Diplomacy, 21. Heck yeah. Okay, I think it's time to work on a different aspect now, because we have plenty of self-knowledge. Empathy or hope is next. Empathy or hope. Let's see. Hope is at a 0. All right, empathy I was working on because I actually have something in empathy. Where is empathy? Empathy's there. Okay, empathy next. Oh, look, empathy inspirations. And let's see if we can get some more. There we go. Empathy bonuses. That's a good point, Professor Hemsworth. Can I just add a little context for the class? Yay! My bestie! And I hear wrestling. Did you see the way she looked at him all through class? And then I said, sorry to interrupt, but it sounds like the professor's in his office. I desperately need clarification on Baroque columns. Serves me right for trying to get you out of school on time. We'll meet you in an hour. I'm guessing by we she means her and Felix, my bestie from back then. My 2 besties. And I'm looking around and nobody is at the desk. Achoo. Oh, now it's this guy. Excuse me, miss. I didn't mean to startle you. I drop my papers and sometimes a moment's silence is easier than an explanation. Who are you? And why are you in the professor's office? I'm supposed to be here. You're not. Ooh. I'm a student here. The door was open. I'm supposed to be here. You're not. Nige, excuse me, Professor Hemsworth is a friend of mine. Nige? That still doesn't answer. Oh, the office. Hemsworth popped off to dinner with some university bigwig and asked me to fetch his notes. My card. Sterling Evans, treasure hunter for hire, based in Chicago, citizen of the world? Oh, I didn't catch your name. Scheherezade Keating. Everyone calls me Sadie. As I've said, I'm a student here. You must be getting ready for summer field work soon. Yes, we're going to Egypt this year. Not worried about the sand and the beetles and the ancient curses and whatnot? Not at all. I've been traveling the Middle East since I was 2. Just, that's how she said that. Refreshing. Well, Nigel's sure to be in a fit about my tardiness. I should hurry to dinner. Yeah, I should go too. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Evans. Leave me, the pleasure is all mine. He's a cad. See, a new acquaintance today, an old friend of Professor Hemsworth. Actually is a friend of Professor Hemsworth. Kind of. They do kind of know each other. Wow, really? Nothing there, huh? You're just not going to show me my January... What on earth? Why are you being so difficult? It's the 26th. That's today. Today's not over. But it's telling me I did nothing yesterday, too. All right. Oh, hey, I can drop in on Sterling. What? Yeah, let's go visit the professor and see what sneaky stuff Sterling is up to. He is a sneak. There's a few sneaky people in here. Ah, thanks for agreeing to drop by. Is this about me missing your office hours last week? You know I absolutely live for our chats on the Baroque era. It's just my aunt had a luncheon scheduled and she was quite insistent. Not at all. You know that any time we spend together outside of class is completely optional. I wouldn't have it any other way. But we love hanging out with you, Nigel. And I enjoy our talks too, of course. No, I was hoping you could tell me if you've been in my office. Unexpectedly? I'd hate to accuse my best student of any kind of dishonesty, but I had some notes and papers go missing from my office recently that pertain to you. Sorry, I have no idea. Can't imagine why anyone would want to steal anything having to do with me. Must be some kind of mix-up. Actually, have you talked to Mr. Evans? Evans? As in Sterling Evans? He's in town? Why, yes. See, this is why you don't lie to somebody. Because if you lie, they talk to the person you lied about hanging out with, and they will find out. This is why it's better to just tell the truth. Or at least not such an easy to disprove lie. He was bringing you some papers. Did you not get them? Don't worry about that. They were all on file with the bursar. I can get copies. He must have just, forgotten them somewhere. He does that. Who was he? He seemed to know you quite well. Oh, you must be referring to the nickname, Nige. I've known him for a very long time. Our fathers knew each other. They trade notes and such at digs. Ah. And now we get Sterling's backstory and some of Nigel's. They run a treasure hunting business out of Chicago. Sterling's a bit younger than me, but he's mostly of a good sort. Mostly. He often stays with me while visiting New York. Mostly a good person. And this is a friend of yours, Professor? Don't worry about it. Just, Sterling and his father have a very different perspective on the world than we do. We're academics. We see the beauty of knowledge for its own sake. They see the practical things. Profit mainly, but they're also quite good at wriggling out of jams. And now he knows where the papers went. Thank you for your help. Absolutely, Professor. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, look at that. Oh, journal things are changing. Oh, hey, look at that. I have one relationship point with each of the love interests that have appeared so far. There is precisely one more love interest, and we don't meet him in New York. So that'll be fun. Aunt Evelyn and Bestie Anna. Anna. And oh, this is fun too. Look. Maybe it's just the way I'm feeling for a guy making me crazy. I'm not sure I can tell the difference anymore. Maybe that's okay too. She says a guy making her crazy. There's gonna be 5 guys making her crazy. 4.5, actually. We'll see. But yeah, there's some, it gets funny. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can get 2 more of these. And how's my empathy coming along? Decent. Let's get some more empathy if I can. Relationship with Felix inspirations. Diplomacy, self-knowledge, language, listen, awareness. Nope, nope. Empathy. We're 10 minutes into class and you're drooling on my shoulder. Another afternoon, another 3 hours in a lecture hall. Well, would you look at that? Empathy inspirations. Yes. And animal handling and fisticuffs we won't need. Conscience and awareness, maybe. Done. All right. It's a lovely Saturday morning, and Sadie's spending it shopping with Anna. Usually it's fun, or at least low stress. But today, Anna's on a mental breakdown. You've gone on trips like this your whole life. I've only ever been to Canada when I was 8, and then Mom forgot I was there and left me in the hotel when she flew back to New York. Oh, Anna. And that was my birthday trip. Oh, Anna. Nobody's going to leave you behind in Egypt. Actually, to be fair, staying at that hotel on my own was a lot more relaxing than being at home. I got to live out my lifelong dream of being a junior assistant chambermaid. Oh, Anna. The real chambermaids even taught me the secret handshake of the toilet scrubbing sisterhood and showed me strange secrets of linen folding that no non-Canadian had ever before seen. And this is why I would play the game in spite of all the reading, because look at that gem of a sentence right there. Well, if you're quite done messing with my head, she's probably telling the truth, honestly. We should probably get on with outfitting ourselves. We leave in a week, after all. 1 week until Egypt. Point me to the camel repellent. There is no camel repellent. Sorry, darling. All right, let's do... Oh, should we try and tackle the rest of the Bigglesworth adventure, or are we not quite ready yet? Good question. I don't have room for any more inspirations, but you know what I can do? I can up my empathy some more. Verdi, or that's diplomacy and self-knowledge. We definitely want to... Empathy! 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 Hello, Mop, my old friend. We meet again. It never says anything different when you do each of these. They each have their own thing. Well, it usually doesn't say anything different. Oh, we've got a little more time. Almost there. Almost to Egypt. Oh, look. Tried to help Anna prepare for Egypt while she tried to drive me out of my mind. I love her like a sister, but sometimes I miss the days when I could kick her in the shins. That's true love right there. Sit on a bench and feed stray animals because it was a school day. Nothing. Nothing. I did important things on those days. Excuse you, diary. Let's volunteer at the hospital again. I could use all the empathy. That's a good point, Professor. Can I just add a little context? Skills. Skittles. I got skittles. Oh, empathy's... Oh, yeah, we don't need any more empathy. We're good. We're good. Entirely good on that front. Okay. Leaping. Problem solving or perception. Because I did get leaping and grace. So we need problem solving or perception. I think my perception is higher. Problem solving is 3. Perception is 0. Ooh, problem solving it is. Okay. Hey, bring Felix to Egypt! Yes! I start that here? Occult lore, flirting, or resolve. Ooh. Slide projector. Ba-ba-da-ba. This is a statue of Sekhmet. In ancient Egypt, she was known as the one before whom evil trembles, protector of the pharaohs, the lady of slaughter. Source of Heka, or magic, for many priests and practitioners of medicine. As such, she was also considered a goddess of healing. I thought she was the goddess of plague. Yeah, nah. This is not a love interest, by the way. He's just a douchebag that you may or may not make friends with, but he is so fun to mess with. You know the famous plague that struck Egypt and left 3,000 dead? Stephen, for heaven's sake, if you're gonna heckle, at least put some thought into it. Sekhmet was a solar deity at the time, in a place where the sun's power was often to be feared. Was she an intimidating figure? Sure. Myths say she had to be stopped from wiping out humanity. But if you look at the physical evidence, she was worshipped. She wasn't just an embodiment of destructive forces, she was Ra's daughter. She was a judge and a healer. Check your 12th Dynasty iconography. Right, sorry, heaven forbid some female divinity be associated with bad things, right? I'll just go check my 12th Dynasty iconography of girl goddesses. Put that whole silly plague business off to the... Where exactly did you learn Sekhmet was the goddess of this plague? The heck? Look, even though some of us may refuse to accept even the idea of an egalitarian society where women can be as powerful and influential as their male counterparts, I'm not the one refusing to accept. We're short on time. We're going to have to interrupt. There's still 15 minutes before the end of class, and I still have to cover Egyptian curses, Heka techniques, magicians. Ugh. Stress. Talk about the research trip for those who will be joining us. Pens out. Am I in trouble? Not to worry. Oh no, I blew it, didn't I? What a way to start the semester. First you mess up your presentation and now you're going to be late. Perfect timing. You seem a little out of breath. Are you all right? I'm fine. You wanted to see me? Yes. Come in and have a seat. About my presentation. Sorry for cutting you off. I just thought it appropriate that I step in and do some crowd control. Oh, what am I going to tell Aunt Evelyn? Nonsense. Your research was quite sound. Most impressive work for an undergraduate, I must say. Stephen seems to have something of a preoccupation with various forms of divine wrath. It's already a recurring theme in his assignments, because he's that kind of a turd. Ground for perfectly legitimate study, of course, but it means his interests in Sekhmet lore are, well, a bit limited. I don't think he was particularly interested in hearing what you had to say, and, well, as your professor, it is my duty to make sure conflicts of personality are kept outside the classroom whenever possible. I'll talk to Stephen later this afternoon, rest assured. Never fear, your grades shall remain intact. Oh, thank you, Professor. See, he's a sweetheart. Now, what I really wanted to talk about is our upcoming expedition to Egypt. Requests for more independence, and I've reviewed your work experience, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't impressed. But it would be remiss of me not to mention the considerable personal risks associated with this trip. I know you hope to be out in the field with Professor Blake and myself, but I can't help but think that the newer digs might just require people with more formal training than you've currently attained. Would it be a terrible disappointment if you helped catalog artifacts for the museum in Cairo with the rest of your class? Alright, I don't think I have enough flirting for any of this. Ooh, just kidding. Flirting! Flirting it is. Ah, dang it, but that's a self-knowledge. But it's a general +2, but it's a self-knowledge. I only need 11. Let's do it. Leaping. Self-knowledge. Let's see. I'll save the leaping and the self-knowledge, but I can go with this one. And I can always get more empathy. We'll flirt. Dazzling smile! Not that you can see it on the artwork. But can your assistants act as ambassadors to the department all throughout the world? Isn't it best for us to show our global counterparts that our students are more than capable of excelling at any expedition? That's true. What kind of message would we send? That we can't trust our students? Don't worry, Professor. I can handle it. Besides, how could I pass up an opportunity like this? I'd never forgive myself. I had a feeling you'd say that. Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way. I'll see you on the trip then, Miss Keating. Good day. Glad I was clearly the professor's first choice. What a boost to the ego. Phew! Professor's right. Egypt is a long way from New York. Maybe I should head over to the library and do a little research before I leave. Library? Yep. Egypt is so cool. Still a dream of mine. I want to do an Egyptian dig someday or something, but that requires so much schooling. So much schooling and funding. Yeah. 7, back and Mom and Dad were still here, and they lived the archaeology life, traveling, discovering new cultures, unraveling new worlds. I knew I wanted to be just like them. One day they left for a very long trip. When they finally got back, presents in hand, they brought me a tiny statue of Sekhmet. Aww. Aww. Look at me getting all sentimental. There's time for that later. Let's see what this book has to say. The first pharaoh was able to secure political unification. That is the Scorpion King, actually, that's talking about. Ooh, worn sheet of paper. Something was stuck between the pages. It's in hieroglyphs, and this is papyrus. What could it mean? Felix! You'll never believe this. It's incredible. Clearly. What's there to get so worked up over in this corner of the library? You won't believe me when I tell you. Come on, let's find someplace less crowded. How'd your present? Ugh, yeah, let's not talk about Steven. You spent so long preparing for it. I did, but this idiot in the crowd started giving me a hard time. My grade is fine. My pride, however, is another story. Aww. You don't have to say things like that just to make me feel better. Anyways, what's this discovery of yours? Yeah, he's not saying that just to be nice. He's saying it because he likes you. Look what I found in this book. It's ancient Egyptian text, maybe a scrap of papyrus from a larger scroll. If only I could figure out what it says. Shouldn't you be turning that into the authorities? I mean, it seems to me that something like that would be pretty valuable. Yes. Well, I kind of wanted to take a look at it on my own before I do that. Sadie. But Felix, this could be a big discovery. I need to prove myself. Just a few days. I promise I'll tell Professor Hemsworth about it soon. Hey, as long as you think it's all right. Now we just have to sneak it out of the library. The things I do for friendship. The things you do for a cute girl. Stealing from the library. I hope you know what you're doing, Sadie. Douchebag. What does he want now? Want me to run interference? No, that's fine. I guess I might as well give him a piece of my mind. No need to look so disappointed, Felix. Aww. That's adorable. He wants to help protect you. On your way to ruin another presentation? I wanted to listen, I'm sorry about giving you a hard time earlier. You are? I'd be skeptical too. Oh, I guess I'll forgive you. This time. Just don't do it again. And have fun on your trip to Egypt. Thanks, I appreciate it. But you're not going? I talked my way into an early trip out to Australia instead. I figure, why not go where beer is legal and girls speak English, right? What's the dig and who's running it? No idea about the what. The who is some Frenchy name. Javier? Javier. The librarian. Can I help you? She looks so unhappy to be there. Nope, heading out. See you later. Planning on checking out that book, or are you merely holding it for decorative purposes? Yeah, there are a few more things I want to look at. Really? You weren't just saying that to distract that, nice lady back there? Nice, right? I would like to double-check something. It'll only take a moment. Egypt section! Wow, you know this library like the back of your hand. Yeah. Ah ha ha ha! Right, so what's you're trying to find? This book! I was right. I knew it! Ha ha! Sekhmet was believed to cause illnesses. She was also seen as a bringer of cures and the patron of doctors and surgeons. Take that, Stephen! So that's what it's about, huh? Archaeologists have strange arguments. They do, though. I won't have history misrepresented. At least, not on my watch. Well, your secret investigation is going to be history too, unless you manage to sneak that book out. Oh, that's right. Darn. The university's efficient and vigilant library staff. And we'll have to get past her. Right, I think I know what to do now. Yes, I'd like to check out this book. Oh, no, it's from the rare books collection. But the papyrus is in that book. Felix Weber, assistant to Professor Hemsworth in the archaeology department. Here's my ID. He requested this book for his research. I'm just here to pick it up for him. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I can't really blame her, but, hopefully it won't come to that. Yeah, well, at least we got away. I can still feel her staring at me. Yeah, we can start decoding this before we leave! I hope you know what you're doing. Can't believe we're about to go to Egypt! Yeah, we are. Oh, we have another event already. And the private study trying to get into her puzzle box. Oh, that's right. The Alexandrian skyline on the puzzle box. You're still fiddling with that silly box. If it's a jewelry box you want, then let's go shopping for one. Anything to get you out of this stuffy old library. Yep. Morning lectures. A letter from Rudy! Because it is not Ruddy, and I will never pronounce it Ruddy, even though that's how it's spelled. Though I'm sure Aunt Evelyn pronounces it that way, even though she should know better. It's Rudy. Rudiger. Grand! Fate has offered you a test of cunning. There's a mystery within. I swear he's just torturing me now. Perhaps a thing to consider is that Alexandria, more than many cities, was founded with a specific purpose. Well, yeah, to stick it to the city of Naucratis. But it was also meant to honor Alexander the Great himself. I wonder if I should be looking at all the little individual people. What's this? Another riddle between you two? I'll never understand this hobby you have. Of course, he was like this with your parents, too. Oh, your mother was always one for puzzles. Oh, he believes I can crack this thing, and I will. I'm sure Mom would have wanted me to. She absolutely would have. All right, I think we shall finish up the preparation for Egypt. In a minute. We'll do that next time, I think. Because we can always come back and do Bigglesworth later. Bigglesworth Adventure will still be here, but that, yeah, we're gonna have to be doing that soon. So, for now, let's call it. We'll save, and we'll continue next time!